Christopher Robert Holt, 117-631-016A. Your name?
My name is Christopher Robert Holt.
Did you have a lawyer today?
No, I waived the lawyer.
Okay, I think you had a lawyer before though, didn't you?
Yes, I'm not sure his name. I just spoke with him quickly.
So you don't want a lawyer here at all today? Are you sure of that? I just want to make sure.
No, I'm sure.
You waive your right to a lawyer. I'm not trying to talk you into it. I just want to make sure because I saw a lawyer's name that we appointed on here. Okay, so you wish to waive your right to a lawyer and plead to this charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive with the understanding that the drive while expired, a two-pointer, will be dismissed. Is that right?
Correct.
And you understand this is 0 points and this is punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all of those, but it will not be reported to the Michigan Secretary of State. Do you understand that?
Yes, I did.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, I did.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer? I'm just asking.
Yes.
To the charge operating, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you in control of a 2003 Pontiac that was being operated on July 9 of 17 at 11:09 a.m. on Jefferson near Maple and Trim?
Yes, I was.
And you were unlicensed at the time? You had an expired license, is that true?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, I did not.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
I told you I'd do this by Zoom. You drove all the way from Stockbridge?
Yes.
Where's Stockbridge again?
It's closer to Lansing, in between Jackson and Lansing.
No, you didn't have to do that. All right, I'll accept the plea, dismiss the driver license expired.
You didn't seem pleased last time when I showed up on Zoom meeting.
Well, because you hadn't been here in 8 years. You're never going to find me pleased if you haven't been here in 8 years, right?
Correct.
Okay? I didn't mind you appearing by Zoom. I was not enthralled with the fact that you would thumb your nose at us that long. All right. That being said, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, Your Honor.
I'm still going to be fair with you. 100 fines, 50 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, $275 or 30 days. You can go down the hall and pay that and you're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have that, right?
Yes.
Good luck. Thanks. John Craig Herrell, 25G306-449A and B. Your name?
John Herrell.
Mr. Herrell, you're charged with expired plate and drive while license expired. I can arraign you, let you go talk to the prosecutor. If you want, you have the right to a lawyer and I'll give you one. Do you want a lawyer?
No.
It is alleged that on April 18 to 25 at 3:49 p.m. that you did operate a motor vehicle on Old Fort near Gibraltar in Gibraltar with an expired license. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs of all those and 2 points. Do you understand that?
I do.
You also have a civil infraction of expired plate. That's a 0-point civil infraction. Do you understand that?
I do.
And did you sign the advice of rights form and read and understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial of any kind. You understand that?
I do.
All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
I do.
Not guilty pleas entered, $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You're going to go have a seat out in the hallway. He's going to take this over to the Gibraltar prosecutor. You can talk to him or her. I don't know is she doing that today?
Yes, so.
And see if he can work this out, okay?
Okay.
Either way, you're coming back in front of me. Good luck.
All right. Where do I go?
Just have a seat in the hallway.
I need you to yell out there for Marian Florence or talk to Ms. Zone.
Lisa said that could go on. Apparently that was supposed to be.
George Joseph Grass III, 25G306-362. Come on up to the podium, sir. Your name?
George Joseph Gresham,
You have the right to a lawyer. The charge is compulsory attendance in public school. So violation of parental responsibility law by not requiring your child to go to school. You have the right to a lawyer. I'll be happy to give you one. Do you want a lawyer?
If I need one, yes, I would.
I'll give you a lawyer. You go talk to the lawyer, and then the lawyer will go talk to the Gibraltar prosecutor, okay?
Hey, Your Honor, do you mind, my son is right here. Would you like to talk to him about going to school?
We'll talk about that, okay? We'll talk about it, all right? Go talk to the lawyer. How old is he?
11.
Gotta go to school, son, right? If we don't go to school, I don't know what we do for a
This
living.
morning, Your Honor, I really wanted you to speak with him.
I will, but you got to be the parent and make him go to school, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the thing.
Yes,
We
sir.
have to make our kids do things they don't want to do. I mean, otherwise, we don't need parents, right? They could just have a free-for-all. So go ahead and go talk to the prosecutor, and we'll work this out, okay?
Sounds good to me,
All
Your Honor.
right, good luck. Okay. Anthony Dewan Craig. 25B 725-120FY. Do I have the Brownstown detective?
She's at training this morning. She said she was going to try to zoom in, but I don't see her.
All right, Mr. Craig, your name?
Anthony Craig.
Good morning, Ms. Silver. How are you? Your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Gabi Silver appearing on behalf of Anthony Craig.
All right, so we have what here? We have a larceny 1,000 or more, but less than 20. Does he stand mute and waive formal reading?
Yes, he does, Judge.
I'm going to advise you of your rights here. You have a 5-year felony. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. You have the right to be represented by your lawyer not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. And if you ever choose to submit to questioning with law enforcement officials, you do have the right to be represented by your lawyer at that questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days. At that time, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor. You also have the right to a preliminary examination within 7 days thereafter. At the probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss the case with the prosecutor. If it goes to the preliminary examination, the people have to show that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. If they prove that, you'll be bound over for further proceedings to the circuit court. If they fail to prove that, the case would be dismissed and you would be discharged. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, so I have preliminary exam. This is going to be in front of Judge Hessen. PCC first, Ms. Silver. It's going to be June the 3rd at 9. Preliminary exam, June the 10th at 11 in front of Judge Hessen. Where's he at now?
Judge, he's at MDOC, so bond is not an issue at this point.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all I was going to say. And then I was going to ask for a breakout room with him, please.
Sure. Let me just do this. Has he been printed on? I don't believe. Let me double check and make sure he's been printed on this case already. I don't know that he has or hasn't. Again, this is why I need somebody from the detective bureau over there, but I'm gonna, they gotta have somebody fill in. You probably want a cash bond, right?
Yes, Judge.
10,000, 10%. You got warrants out. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance of any unit of government. You must appear in court as directed, starting with June the 3rd. No contact with prosecution witnesses, no contact with employees of Amazon. Again, you cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I'm going to make a note here. Lisa, maybe you can call over there and tell them Brownstown detective to coordinate prints I'm sure they'll print over there where he's located, and I will go ahead and fill out the order for prints saying he has to get printed and photographed by tomorrow. And you can call Detective Tulas and tell her that what I said. Okay, so
I'll let her know.
So,
Judge, as it relates to this matter, we have no objection to doing the PCC on Zoom as well. Obviously, if it goes to exam, we'll need to be in person.
yeah, she's gonna do she'll do the Zoom, she'll do the PCC on Zoom.
But they'll need the video writ for Mr. Craig. I'm
Right.
sure you know that.
Right, we'll take care of that.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else, Ms. Silver?
No, Judge, I just would like a breakout room if I could.
Yeah, have a good day. Put her in a breakout room, Lisa, with Mr. Craig. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Have a good day. All right, Eschenroder, Tanner Allen Eschenroder, 25G306327.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning.
Good morning, Steve right here on behalf of Tanner Stewart, who's approaching, he's gonna stand immediately to my right, state your name for the record. Tanner Stewart.
All right, for purposes of arraignment, does he stand mute, wait formal reading?
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Any priors?
No, Judge.
What was the blood or breath result here allegedly?
Blood
0.22?
allegedly is 0.22, Judge.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sign the order granting discovery. I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea. I'm gonna give you a $1,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. Was he printed yet? Let me double check that. Yes, he was. No alcohol, no illegal drugs. I do want you going to AANA at least one time a week. We're gonna hand you a form. Don't leave without it. You have to go in person for that. So no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. Attend AANA at least once a week. You cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. I'll give you a court date now. This is Gibraltar, Lisa.
Yes, Judge.
June 9th at 1:45.
Is that good? June 9th at 1:45?
That should be plenty of time to get that police report, Your Honor.
Okay, June 9th at 1:45. So you can take them down the hall. They'll give them a copy of the bond sheet. They'll give you your order granting discovery. And we got to give you an AA form, John.
I gave one, Your Honor.
Okay,
You know, on 1%, probably allowing for work for any reason whatsoever. Then the next one. Okay. Thank you,
okay.
Judge.
Have a good day. Thanks.
Judge, real quick question, the 145 next month, can that be by Zoom?
As long as your client's in your office with
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Either way, you either both come in or you both have to be in his office, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks. Do you know anything about this dingus case? Detective Robinson?
Your Honor, I do not. I think it was a minor offender vendor, was it? Old Fort in M85.
Nobody was hurt and it was a minor damage.
Correct, yep.
Austin Dingus, wherever you are. Austin William Dingus, 25G306428. Yeah, just have her write it on that, or if you don't mind, minor injury, or no injuries, minor damage, then I don't have a problem at all, okay? What's your name there, young man?
Austin Davis,
How old are you?
17,
Got an accident, huh?
yes.
You gotta be careful. Okay? Nobody was hurt, right?
No.
Just minor damage to the other car?
Yes, sir.
Where are you going to school?
I go to Carlson,
Okay.
on my way back from school, and a half.
Are you a senior?
I'm a junior company.
What are you doing? How's the grades?
ABs.
Good. Did you get A's and B's, John?
Oh, sure.
All right, you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes, sir.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, I'll accept your plea. 195, can you pay that today?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna pay that, not your dad, right?
My bad.
Huh?
My bad.
Your dad, but you're gonna pay him back, right?
Yeah.
He didn't get in the accident, right? He didn't tell you to go rear-end somebody, did he?
Nope.
Be careful, please. You don't wanna mar that good-looking face of yours. Good luck.
Thank you.
Study hard. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, do I have, Mr. Gock, Jared Gock?
Thank you.
I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Jared Michael Gock, 25G306453. Your name?
Jared Gosh.
Gosh, okay, Goch. You're gonna plead to impeding, they're gonna dismiss the stop sign, right?
Yeah.
You good with that?
I'm good with that.
You're gonna be careful though, right?
I'm gonna be careful. I appreciate it.
To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? Please accepted, disregard stop sign, dismissed, 160 is your total, you can go right down the hall and take care of that, and you're all set. Good luck. Thank you. Marian Florence. 25G306139B. How you doing there, Miss Florence?
Doing good, how you?
You're hell-bent?
So,
Hell-bent? That's what it says on your sweatshirt. What's that mean? It's what? All right. You got gum in your mouth?
Yeah.
Go throw it over in that garbage, would you? We're gonna get you out of here. What are you doing now? Tell me your name first again.
Marian Florence,
What are you doing now? You are what, 19?
18.
You'll be 19 in July.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? What are you doing?
Going to college,
Where?
Washington Community College.
Washington?
Yeah,
Good. How you doing?
doing good.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you've given in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God. Yes?
Yes,
Since you were in court on February 27 of 25, have you been arrested?
no, sir.
Any new charges?
No, sir.
Any contact with the police?
No, sir.
Congratulations. Stay out of here now, okay? Study hard. Good luck. Case dismissed. Motion to prosecutor. You're compliant. Wish you well. What's that? You're done. We're gonna send you a probation discharge and dismissal. Good luck.
Judge, can we see who that is in the Taft Southfield? They didn't log in with their name.
Taft Southfield, who do I have out here?
Thank you. This is Scott Osmacher. I am here for Rise of Gibraltar, case number 25G82794 OM, and I'm here with my client representative.
All right, so in the future, maybe, well, that's fine. I mean, what else did he need there? His client's name, right?
But yeah, I just didn't know who he was because it says.
Yeah, we need,
comprehensive.
so in the future, if you can put what your client's name, that will be helpful, okay? We'll put you in a breakout room. Jukari Jumiki Jones, 25G306116B. All right. How you doing there, Mr. Jones?
I'm doing good.
What's your name?
Jakari Jones.
All right, you're charged with failure to pay 135. I ordered you to pay 235. You were supposed to pay this then, weren't you?
No, I already paid it. Oh, I got the receipt if you want to see it.
When did you pay it?
Today. That online?
You were supposed to, hang on, slow down. You were supposed to pay it on February 27. I wrote pay now.
It didn't let me pay. I tried it with the lady. It didn't let me pay. I tried to pay online and it didn't let me.
On February 27?
Yeah, because I had tapped to pay, so she told me to pay online. So, yeah.
I don't know. Did he pay it today, Lisa?
Yeah, he paid 100 on February 28th, and then he paid the balance today.
I'll tell you what, just next time, don't ignore me like that, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right? All you gotta do is come in and talk to me. It's not that hard. If they told you couldn't pay down there and you had to pay online, you couldn't pay online, you gotta come talk to me, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss this. I'll just let it go, okay?
Judge, this is also set for prosecutor review.
So now you gotta go talk to the prosecutor in Gibraltar and she can move to dismiss, assuming everything is in order. Let me see. John, this needs to go over to Jessica. She can make notes. Actually, it looks like all I did was fine you. So she still should write it down so the prosecutor knows, defendant compliant, and then you can take it over to Ms. Stelnick. Just bear with us and we'll get you out of here soon, okay?
Yes, sir.
You're all set. You can go out in the hallway.
She's got to give us to her. She's got to do what?
Take it to Jessica.
Yeah.
Just have to make a note that she's compliant.
Oh.
He's compliant, and then take it to Ms. Zelnick. Come on up here, Mr. Herrell. John Craig Herrell, 25G 306-449. A and B. All right, Mr. Herrell, your name.
John Herrell,
Should have been a lawyer. You got a good deal here, right? You're gonna plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. They're going to dismiss. She wrote drive while license expired, but she didn't dismiss the other case. This is with Gibraltar, right?
yes. She said she was gonna dismiss the case.
Maybe she just got confused with drive while license expired versus expired plate. I'm gonna have to send this to her back, okay? Where's she at? Is she in 249? Do you know, Lisa?
Right here?
She's right in here? Can you send Ms. Zelnick in here, please?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. All right, so you have two charges. You've got driver license expired. She's pleading that down to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. She's going to let you do that, and then she's going to go ahead and dismiss, according to you, expired plate, but I'm going to double check with you. Ms. Zelnick, your name? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Were you going to dismiss the expired plate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you just need to add that on
I
there.
apologize.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
So then it's going to be, the other charge will be dismissed. If you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Right.
And did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Okay.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer? To the charge allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you in control of a motor vehicle on April 18, 25, a 2012 Jeep that was being operated on Old Fort near Gibraltar, in Gibraltar,
Yes,
and were you unlicensed?
yes, sir.
Are you on probation and parole?
No,
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
no.
All right, I'll accept your plea to that charge. Dismiss the drive while license expired. Dismiss the expired plate pursuant to agreement. Is there anything you'd like to tell me before you are sentenced, sir?
Yeah, Your Honor, I was just going through a hard time with work. They weren't paying me. And
What do you work for?
I work for A&M Automotive, and we were trying to open up a business over here, it's 5522 West Jefferson, and they were jumping through hoops with the city of Trenton. So the pay got like shorter and shorter, then I wasn't being paid. And at the time I got a screenshot of the Secretary of State appointment. My birthday was in March, so I had it in March, I believe, and it was April 2nd. When my Secretary of State date came up, I had no money to take care of it. So I made another appointment for the 23rd, and then I was pulled over right before that. But on that same day, I got a new job with Elite Car Care in Taylor. And I have a clean driving record and everything. I just didn't have the funds to take care of it at the moment.
Okay. That's fair. You saved yourself a couple bucks. 50 fines, 50 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 2 1/4 or 30 days. You can go down now and take care of that, you're all set.
Can I take care of it Monday and Saturday?
Yeah. Do you need, can you pay it all on Monday?
What's the total?
$225.
I didn't pay that.
Well, we're not open Monday, so I'm gonna give you till Tuesday, okay? Monday is Memorial Day, so maybe 27th. Okay?
Thank you.
If something happens, you need more time, no problem. Come talk to me, honor.
Can I pay that online?
Yeah,
Okay.
and there's no fee as long as you're paying it in full.
I got it coming in at 7:45 for
Good.
All right.
We're good. Good luck.
Thank you.
Wasn't too painful. All right. Rise of Gibraltar LLC. 25G82794. Do I have some? Is this case counts, Jennifer or Lisa?
They're here for that case, but I have not put them in the breakout room yet.
Oh. Do you have an appearance from them?
Oh, no, that's what the issue is. There's no appearance on file.
I gotta have an appearance from you, counsel.
Can I put my appearance in just on the record here?
No, you gotta email an appearance form over to the judicial clerk. I can't call your case until I have a written appearance.
All right, what's the clerk's email? I can put that.
Lisa?
It's Lisa at 33court.com.
And we'll take that one back to Ms. Zelnick. Republic Services, who's this? 25T645-483A and B. Serbo? Good morning, counsel. Your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Wood, P74329 on behalf of Republic Services.
And are you with Mr. Sherbo's firm?
I am, yes.
What do you have to do here? You have to...
If Your Honor, I had a chance to speak with the issuing officer and the prosecutor this morning. We're asking for an adjournment so that we can look into the bridge itself that the underlying ticket is completely based on as far as what the weights are. The issuing officer wasn't here today, but his supervisor was. So we're just asking for an adjournment.
I'm gonna give you a couple of weeks, but that's it, okay?
Understood, Your Honor.
What do you have, Lisa, for me? This is Trenton.
June 9th at 2 o'clock.
June 9th at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you back here then, and have a good day. Thank you.
You too. Bye, Your Honor.
All right, people against Bailey. Maya Nicole Bailey, 25G306-372A and P. Good morning, young lady. Your name? So you have the right to a lawyer. You're charged with assault and battery, and then aiding and abetting a minor. So I'll give you a lawyer. You can talk to the lawyer, and then you will come back in front of me with your lawyer after the lawyer talks to you and talks to the prosecutor, okay?
Is that gonna be today?
Yes, ma'am. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can go right out in the hallway. We'll give you a lawyer, and he or she will talk to the prosecutor, okay?
Thank you.
Detective Attard, are you here on something?
I've been trying to message him. I think it might be for Craig.
Yeah, he just texted me. He asked me about Craig. I said, you already told him.
Jill Derich, are you here on something, Detective?
Yes,
Craig?
Your Honor, Craig. Sorry, I'm assuming I'm a little late.
Was that the felony that I arraigned?
Yeah, that's the one that
I
was
believe so.
Crystal's, but she's in training.
Yeah, so you guys need to coordinate and get him printed, okay? He's not been printed. And I
Yes, Your
set
Honor.
those dates and Lisa will give you the information, okay? But he's in custody, and we need to make sure he gets printed. So she'll fill you in.
I'll shoot you guys an email.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Good day.
Joe Renee Derechuk, 25G306-360. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your Honor, good morning. Mark Ellis representing Jill Derich.
Good morning, ma'am. Your name?
Jill Derich.
All right, so for purposes of arraignment, does she stand mute and waive formal reading?
She does.
And then we have a plea to operating while impaired, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
With the super drunk to be dismissed, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any priors?
No, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, I haven't seen you in a long time, have I, Mr. Ellis?
I think it's been a while, Your Honor. I'm not getting any younger, so.
None of us are. It's a tragic thing here. If you plead guilty here, ma'am, to operating while impaired, the possible penalties are up to 300 fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service, court costs, or all of those, 4 points, license suspension or revocation in accordance with your record. Your vehicle could be or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign an advice of rights and read and understand the rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that? Any questions on your rights?
Yes.
To the charge operating while impaired, how do you plead?
Yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle on West Jefferson near North Gibraltar in Gibraltar, April 14 at 25 at 11:55 p.m.?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you drink alcohol before that, ma'am?
Yes.
What did you drink and how much did you drink?
I had some beers.
How many beers?
3 or 4
What else?
shots of Crown Apple.
I'm sorry,
6 shots of Crown Apple.
how many?
4, 5,
maybe more?
maybe.
Was your ability to operate the motor vehicle impaired because of the alcohol consumption? Why were you pulled over by the police?
She was not.
She was what?
She was not. She put her car in a ditch.
Okay, so you drove into a ditch?
Yes,
You think you did that at least in part because of your alcohol consumption?
yes, sir.
And she took a breathalyzer or a blood test?
Blood test her.
And were the results 0.273, and you so stipulate that was accurate for purposes of the plea?
And we do.
Are you on probation or parole right now?
No,
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
no.
Please accepted to that charge. I find it to be an accurate plea made voluntarily and understandingly. I'll dismiss the super drunk. I do have concerns here, ma'am. That's really high. I'm not surprised you put the vehicle into a ditch. Counsel, I'm gonna give her a personal bond, but she's gonna have to get a SilverLink device for a while, okay? So I'll give her a personal bond of $1,000. Ma'am, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substances. I do want you to go. I realize this is a first offense, but this should scare you, right? AANA 3 times a week. I want you to go. You have to go in person for that. And I do want you to be on a SilverLink device by the end of the day, okay? So you're gonna go over to probation. They're gonna explain. Somehow you're gonna have to get out. I'll tell you what, I'll give you until tomorrow. On May 23, it's pretty ugly out there and you have to drive out to Livonia. So I'll let you get it by tomorrow. You're gonna get screened and assessed today. So you fill out another questionnaire and you're gonna be interviewed. We're gonna give you an AA form and then you're gonna go get your SilverLink. We'll give you a sentence date, Mr. Ellis. And what date will that be, Lisa?
June 9th at 1 o'clock.
Is that good with you?
Yes, Judge. June 9th is fine.
I mean, am I right? You haven't been here in a long time, have you?
Uh,
I don't,
I wish I could tell you the last time I was in this building.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I get it. June 9th at 1. So we'll see you guys here then. Anything else, Mr. Ellis?
Yes, the SilverLink process, is that a portable blow machine?
Yes. 5 times a day, she's gonna have to blow. She has to go out to house arrest and pick it up, and she's gonna have to pay for it. They'll tell her the fees and everything.
Sure, understood. But that would not prevent her employment. She can still
Oh, yeah.
work full time.
Oh, yeah.
Good, okay, perfect.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a machine technician for Ford.
Yeah, she'll be able to do that.
Okay, very fine.
Have a good day. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Grass, George Joseph Grass III, 25G 306-362.
Good morning, Judge. Matthew Getty, on behalf of Mr. Grass. Mr. Grass, state your name and record.
George Joseph Grass.
So does he stand me wait formal reading?
Yes, Judge.
And then the prosecutor's moving to dismiss, saying SRO. Who's that? Anyway, stated defendant is making progress. Who's the SRO? I don't know what that
That's
means.
school resource officer.
Oh, geez, they got all these new names, huh? Okay, so it says you're making, listen, you gotta keep that kid in school.
Absolutely, sir.
I mean, you're the parent, right?
Absolutely.
You know what's better for him more than he knows what's better for him if he's 11.
Absolutely.
So you gotta make him go, and if not, maybe he doesn't get to watch TV, have a cell phone, play video games, go out. I don't know what the answer is, but I do know he's gotta get through high school or he's got no chance. Case dismissed, motion to prosecutor. Best of luck to you, sir. Make that kid go to school.
Absolutely, sir.
All right, good luck. Abe Trucking LLC, Abe Trucking, 25T645307B. What's your name, sir?
Abdullah. How you doing, Your Honor?
Good, how about you?
Good, thank you.
Tell me your full name.
Abdullah Ali Albagoon.
What is your,
I'm the owner of Abe Trucking. I came in to get a break for a couple of tickets, but they told me I needed an order for it because it's an LLC. I did not know that.
but you're the principal, the
Yes,
president?
yes, I'm the owner, yes. 100% the owner.
Yeah, these are tough. I mean, I try to not make people do this on civil infractions, but as long as the principal's here.
I would appreciate it, because, I took off from work to come.
Let me
get
see
a
what
break.
I can do.
Thank you,
Call in Trenton. Is that Ms. Jeez. I mean, it's a touchy situation. If you, hey, is Ms. Zelnick in there?
Yes, sir.
Can you send her in, please?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. All right, stay right there. Let me see what I can do.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, I would let you do it this time, is what I'm trying to
I
tell you.
appreciate it, I promise. you, I
Ms.
did not-
Zelnick, your name?
Amelia Zelnick.
So I know you're absolutely right. He really needs a lawyer. But it's a civil infraction. He came here this time. He's the owner. You're the president.
100%,
President.
100%, yes.
So I don't mind if you just do this one. So I'm gonna hand it back to go talk to this gentleman and see if he can work something out,
I
okay?
appreciate it, Your Honor.
But last time, if you see my name on the file again, you gotta get a
I
lawyer.
promise I did not know that.
Misdemeanors, we have to have lawyers.
so
Civil
much.
infractions,
Okay, perfect.
I'm a little more flexible. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Alexander Celine Parsons, 25T645346. Your name?
Alexander Parsons.
You just didn't have a valid license with you, right?
Yes, sir. Honestly, it was an honest mistake. I left to get some food at night.
It's okay, I understand. I forgot my wallet before too, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll arraign you. I think she'll be reasonable with you. If you want a lawyer, I'll give you one, by the way. Do you want a lawyer?
No.
So they think you didn't have a valid operator's license on your person when you were driving on April 29 of 25. And that is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Don't get scared. Those are the maximums. I have to tell you that. Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
You plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I'm entering a not guilty plea. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a personal bond of $100. You go talk to her. You cannot, here are your bond conditions during the pendency of the case. You cannot leave the state without consent of the court. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Go talk to her. Maybe she'll dismiss it, show her your license, and go from there, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck. Whitehead, Nathan Wayne Whitehead, file 25G306438. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Good morning, Nathan Whitehead.
You're charged with entering a residence at 30545 Young without permission on April 27 of 25. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one. You want a lawyer?
No,
Okay.
not really.
All right, so I'll go ahead and arraign you. And if you change your mind, you tell me. They think you went into a residence at 30545 Young Drive in Trenton. I'm sorry, Gibraltar, without authority. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form?
yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial of any kind. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
At this point, I don't know, she said that.
I don't want to know what she said. I don't know who she is, but I don't want to talk about that. I just want to know, you want me to send you to the prosecutor, or you want a lawyer?
No, I don't want a lawyer.
Okay, so I'm entering a not guilty plea. $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. Ma'am, you gotta, please, I love kids, but I can't have them. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with the owner of 30545 Young Drive in Gibraltar, and you're not to enter the property address or go near 30545 Young Drive in Gibraltar. No contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. Is she listening to me? Gibraltar attorney, you go out and talk to them, and then you can come back in, okay?
All right.
All right, good luck. Thanks. Alexander Sheedy. 5G306426. A, B, and C. Good morning, Mr. Camilleri. Your appearance?
Good morning, Judge. Kenneth Camilleri on behalf of Alexander Sheedy, Your Honor. I'm here with Mr. Sheedy. I'm here with Mr. I'm sorry, Judge.
That's all right. That's okay. Mr. Sheedy, your name?
He is not present, Your Honor. He is currently in school.
Oh, okay. So you're authorized to enter this plea on his behalf, right?
I am, Your Honor.
And he's going to plead, there's going to be a plea to file A, selling or furnishing alcohol to a minor. That's a civil infraction. And the prosecutors agreed to dismiss files B and C. True?
That is correct, Your Honor. Just for a point of reference, Your Honor, at the time and date of this incident, Mr. Sheedy was a bartender at River Billy's. So I don't want the court to think that he was furnishing alcohol at a house party or something like that.
I get it. All right. So to that charge, selling or furnishing alcohol to a minor, this would be on April 19 to 25 at 9:32 p.m. Count one. How do you plead, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea. Dismiss files B and C. 205, pay by May 29th. How you been doing?
I've been doing great, Your Honor. The only request, Your Honor, may I give Mr. Sheedy 2 weeks, or may the court give him 2 weeks
June
to
5th. June 5th.
Yes, Judge. I'm doing well. How about yourself, Your Honor?
Good. Just getting older and uglier, but other than that, everything's good.
Well, I don't know about the uglier. You seem to be holding on pretty good.
Take care. Good to see you.
See
Thanks.
ya.
Olivia Keats. Olivia M. Keats, 24I-715-138. Good morning, Ms. Keats. Your name?
Olivia Keats, Your Honor.
You have a multitude of violations here. Failure to attend the scheduled probation visit on April 29. Failure to attend your scheduled probation visit on May 12. Failure to submit the biweekly testing on March 25. And failure to submit the biweekly testing as ordered on May the 5th. Do you understand all the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, if you're found guilty, that would be 4 technical violations. You have 2 priors. Your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you have the right to a lawyer. I presume you want one. Do you want a lawyer?
No.
Are you sure? I mean, it's up to you. I don't want to, you have the right to represent yourself. It's entirely up to you.
I don't want a lawyer.
All right. Is the count 1 that you failed to attend your scheduled probation visit on April 29th at 25? How do you plead? Is the count 2 that you failed to attend your scheduled probation visit on May 12th, 25? How do you plead? Call Emily, please. Call Emily. Did you fail to attend your probation visit, count 1, on April 29?
Guilty.
Did you fail to attend your probation visit on April 29th?
Yes.
And did you fail to attend your probation visit on May 12th of 25?
Yes.
Is the count 3 that you failed to submit the biweekly chemical testing? How do you plead on March 25th?
Guilty.
Did you fail to submit on that date of March the 25th?
Yes.
And is the count 4 that you failed to submit the testing on May the 5th? How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to submit the testing on that date?
Yes. Your Honor,
Wait 1 second. Has anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept your pleas. What are you doing?
Your Honor, if I may, I just want to point out that I've never been positive for a drug test. I went the next day. It was because I was at work and I went straight the next day and it was negative. For my probation meetings, yes, I did miss them. I tried my best. The last time, I literally had my alarm. I was at work. It was a rush.
Where do you work?
I called her 30 minutes later.
Where do you work?
I worked at Burger King, Your Honor. Same as well, last time. Doing good. So,
Well, wait a minute. I can appreciate the fact that you were negative on some tests.
all of them, Your Honor.
Well, but you weren't there March 25th, and I want you to understand, if you miss a test, I'm gonna make an assumption. It's gonna be that it was a positive test. You have to get there. You're testing a DNA, right?
On site in Lincoln Park.
Well, what times are they open?
47. And mind you, I work, sometimes I work in the mornings, sometimes I work in the afternoons. And the colors are random, but if I have to miss work, I'll just ask them to leave, Your Honor.
You're what?
I'll ask them if I can just leave, because it's more important to make it there than.
Did you finish your treatment?
Oh, yeah, my community service hours are done, my court work hours are done. I've been going to therapy every week. I'm supposed to be going to therapy until I get off probation, and I've been going. My whole treatment's pretty much done, except for my therapy.
I want to be understanding. You're gonna have to tell me more. You call in the morning, right?
Yeah, the color, yes.
Right. So when you know you have to test, why aren't you tested? I'm still not following you.
Oh, it's because I forgot the one day.
Well, we can't forget these things.
It was the one time.
Your name?
I'm Alicia.
What is going on here?
I don't know, she seems to do this every month. She called me to reschedule because of work, I rescheduled it, she missed, I rescheduled it again, she missed. And then she did call me, but, you know, I have other appointments and things.
I don't wanna be a wise guy. How old are you?
I'm 21, sir.
We have to be responsible in this world.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm trying to be.
We can't forget.
I know.
Do you have a phone?
Yes,
You put it on your calendar?
yes,
And you know you need to call for testing every morning, right?
yes. That's what I've been doing since then. Mostly my whole probation, just a couple times I've missed. Well, I'm thinking, Your Honor.
You got 6 violations. I mean, really. I don't know what to do with her.
Everything is done with the exception of maintaining her testing and her treatment. I do have her April letter. She did have good attendance. We've, you know, had some bumps with that, but for April, she had perfect attendance, so I'll give her credit for that.
Listen, she's saying on-site only has testing 4 to 7, is that true?
Yeah. In the morning, they have it 7 to 10, and then they have it again 4 to 7.
Right.
And the weekend.
So wait a minute.
they only have the
So why can't you make one of those tests?
I have no ride in the morning. I don't have my license because of my thing, and my nana can't take me that early in the morning. So
Where's Burger King? The one that you work at?
in Lincoln Park,
Where's on-site?
closer.
Closer to your work than it is your residence, isn't it?
No, I live in Wyandotte. So yeah, it is closer to my work.
Right. On-site's in Lincoln Park, right?
Yeah.
How far is Burger King, the one that you work at, from on-site?
So probably like 10-minute drive, so like an hour walk.
Hour walk? What street's on-site on again?
I think the address is 1570 4th Street.
And where's the Burger King?
On 4th Street.
They're both in Lincoln Park. You can't be an hour walk.
I just said that because that's like, I go to the gym and it's like an hour walk, and it's still like a 10-minute ride. So
Listen to me. I can't solve your problems. You're gonna have to solve your problems.
Yes, John.
It's nice enough now where you can take a bicycle. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. It's starting to get warmer. I just got my.
I'm telling you, don't miss again.
Okay. Yes, John.
You can't keep missing testing. How often we got her testing? Bi-weekly? Still?
Yes.
How long's that going to last?
Until an operation in 4 months, John.
She's got a case too in, I believe, Wyandotte. So that's why
What's
we
that for?
her on bi-weekly.
Okay.
I think that one is. see if it's on their criminal history.
Listen. I'm gonna go light on the costs. I'm gonna keep you on probation. You have 6 total violations. You could have your probation revoked. I'm not gonna do that.
Thank you.
You pay additional costs of 50 and you're gonna do 10 hours of community service by June 15th. And I don't wanna see you back here on these. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you fully understand?
Yes.
I don't wanna hear any more excuses. Can you pay the 50 now or do you need time?
I can pay the 50 now.
Come on. 6 violations. This is not do if you think you feel like it. It's, I have to do this. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck. Thanks. Thanks, Mr. Sino. Did I address everything?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Abe Trucking LLC, 25T645307A and B. All right. Good morning. Your name?
A Abdallah.
And you are the president of Abe Trucking, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your
And
Honor.
you're authorized there in this plea on behalf of the company, right?
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
they're going to have you plead to, and you're agreeing to plead to overweight with agreed upon fines and costs of $500, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, to that charge of overweight on behalf of the company, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Plea is accepted, fines cost $500, defective equipment dismissed. Can you pay that today?
Yes, sir.
You go down the hall and pay that and you're all set.
I appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Have a great day. Thank you.
Boy, you're awful pleasant. It's nice to see pleasant people in
You
here.
have a good day, Your Honor.
Besides my court officer and my court recorder.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. People against Bazzy, Ali, Kamal, Bazzy. Are you ready on yours? You know? Is the lawyer ready?
Yes, Your Honor, it's an adjournment. I
Y-
believe.
Yeah. John, who's the lawyer?
Mr. Carmen.
Tell Mr. Carmen I want him to come in here so I can get her out of here, please. Ali Kamal Bazzy, 25G306425 A, B, and C. Is Ali Bazzy in here? Oh, you got a lawyer out there? Good morning, counsel. Your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Abdullah Mughni here on behalf of Ali Kamal Bazzy.
How are you? Mr. Bazzy, your name?
I'm appearing on his behalf today, Your Honor.
He's got, where is he? I gotta have him show up. He can't just have you show up for arraignment.
Sure. So I believe he's caught up with work. He wasn't able to get a ride. He currently has a suspended license. And I know he was supposed to come. I don't have an excuse for him.
You know I should just issue a warrant, right?
Hope he wouldn't, Your Honor.
Well, I should, but he can't just not come show up.
I agree.
All right, Lisa, give me one more day. I'll try to be understanding here. I'm not gonna be too often though. What's the next date?
June 9th at 2:15.
June 9th at 2:15. Now, listen, you either both have to be in your office, or you both have to be in the courthouse, okay?
100%.
So
100%.
however you want to do it, I'll give you a break this time. I'm surprised I'm doing this, but even surprising myself. I issue warrants when people don't show up. He's got to show up, okay?
100%.
So June 9th at that time, we'll see you here then, and make sure he's here, or I'm not gonna be nice.
Could
All
I
right?
ask for one more favor, Your Honor? I'm sorry. But on June 9th, I'm gonna be on my honeymoon. Could we?
Well, congratulations. The only problem, and I wish you well on that, but I don't want to take this all the way out to July. This is an April 1 case.
Could we do it?
Get him on the phone. You'd get him on the phone. No, this is not, you tell him he better call in right now, okay? He better zoom in right now. And I'm gonna have you pre-try this with the prosecutor, or else I'm gonna have to issue a warrant for him. He can't do this.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not penalizing you. I wish you well, but this is an April 1st ticket or something, and the guy hasn't even been here for an arraignment yet. Now I'm supposed to move it to July, basically, or end of June. I can't do that. You get him on the phone, and you tell him he better zoom in now, or the judge is going to issue a warrant for him. Will you do that for me, please?
Definitely. And the reason why we are adjourning is because he is supposed to have his license reinstated in the next couple weeks.
Well, that's good. I don't have a problem, but he's going to have to zoom in, okay? Have him zoom in.
Most definitely, Your Honor. I'll give him a call.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Did you Jakari Jones, 25G30616B. Where is Mr. Jakari Jones? Is he here?
Nobody can hear us. They can hear us.
He was in person earlier, Judge.
Yeah, I thought so. Where'd he go? This is the one that paid that day, right? Paid earlier today?
Yes.
Yes.
So I need Ms. Zelnick again, and I need Jakari Jones. I don't know where he went. I called his case.
Jakari Jones and Ms. Zelnick?
Yes,
Gotcha.
thank you.
Thank you.
I need Tony Carmen so I
He
can,
said 2 minutes, Your Honor.
okay, I need that file
He's
because
got, he has a file, he's bouncing between, Judge Russell.
Jakari Jones, 25G306116B. Where'd you, you know, your
I
name?
looked out there for him, Your Honor, I think he left.
Why would he have
I
left?
have no idea. You don't listen.
Your name? So he left, do you
I
think?
checked out there, Your Honor, I called his name, he didn't answer.
Just make sure they come in from now on, okay? He was here, there was no other strings attached except paying. He paid the balance late, but this morning, I'll go ahead and just indicate that you're moving to dismiss and he's compliant, the case dismissed, okay?
Thank you.
Just try to tell these guys to come in here. I really don't want to dismiss these on review hearings unless they're in here, okay? You know, and they showed up, all right? Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, let's take this one. Is this the one, Mr. Carmen, Bazzy?
I have Alvarez, Your Honor.
Okay.
He has the interpreter.
Yeah, I got it. I can just take that, Tabitha. People against, Alvarez, Moriel Antonio Murillo Alvarez, 25T 644-729, A and B and C.
Morning, Your Honor, Michael A. Carmen, 27384, and that's the defendant.
Wow, I thought we've already done this. Good morning, your name?
Good morning, Evelyn Villarreal, certified court interpreter C3822.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm that you will make a true and accurate translation between the court and the defendant and the defense lawyer.
Yes, I do.
Sir, your name?
Señor, díganos su nombre.
Moriel Antonio Murillo Alvarez.
Marian Antonio Murillo Alvarez.
I thought he already, I thought we adjourned this already so you could consult with an immigration lawyer.
Yo pensé que nosotros habíamos aplazado esto para que pudiera hablar con un abogado de inmigración.
Lo aplazamos para yo ir a mi corte.
It was adjourned so that I could attend my court date.
Well, I believe it was an immigration hearing date.
Oh, there is or was?
Hubo un caso o que va a haber un caso.
Ya hubo un caso de inmigración.
I already had my court date in immigration.
I see. Okay, so you're gonna go back and talk to that lawyer?
Así que usted va a volver a hablar con ese abogado que está tenido.
Is that, you have to answer out loud.
Tiene que contestar.
Is that C?
Sí.
Oh, yes.
All right, so I can adjourn it one last time, all right?
Así que tan solo.
So you need to go talk to your lawyer, then I have to move this along. It's kind of getting old. All right, so give me the next date, Lisa.
June 9th at 2 p.m.
June the 9th at 2 p.m. And I'll just indicate defendant to consult with immigration lawyer. And I wish you well with that, okay? Good luck, thank you. Go down the hall and get your name. Thank you very much, Ms. Villarreal. You're always a savior, nice to have you. You're always pleasant, thank you. Good luck. Mr. Carmen, anything else?
No, I was gonna ask, Lisa, do you need me for that date? I will be here.
People against Bazzy, is he still not out there?
Yes, he's here.
You got Mr. Bazzy here?
Yep, I'm bringing him in right now.
Perfect. Do we have Rise of Gibraltar LLC,
Here, Your Honor.
25G82794, your appearance?
Scott Osmacher on behalf of defendant, Rise of Gibraltar.
Hey, you don't have to stand up. You're fine there. Relax. Take a deep breath. Next time we do this, though, I want to have you a little closer so I feel like I'm not sitting in the bleachers at Comerica Park. You know what I'm saying?
Your Honor.
And we have his appearance, right, Lisa?
Yes, I got it by email.
And who's this with you?
This is my client representative.
What's your name?
Ron Thomas. I'm a member of the LLC.
All right, good enough. So you got them to dismiss it, and they're dismissing it. It looks like everything must have been done, so I'm gonna assume it was. Case dismissed. You're all set. Have a good day, folks. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Bazzy. People against Ali Bazzy, 25G306425 A, B, and C. Your name?
Ali Bazzy.
Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Abdullah Mughni on behalf of Ali Bazzy.
Does he stand mute, wait formal reading?
Yes, Your Honor. He stands mute and waives a formal reading.
Hey, Mr. Bazzy.
Yes, sir.
I look like the kind of guy that thinks that this is a funny thing. Just, you can tell me. Pardon? Why weren't you here this morning? You gotta show up.
I know.
Well, you do this again, you're gonna have a warrant out for your arrest. This isn't a game. I'll enter a not guilty plea, $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Counsel, we'll give you the time after that. Give me another date, and I wish you well in your marriage and your honeymoon and everything else. Have fun. What do we have, like, Lisa, June what?
July 3rd at 8:30.
So listen, I'm gonna give you all the way till July 3rd. I don't even know if I'm gonna be here July 3rd. I don't think I am. Do we have a date before that?
No, the Trenton day before that is Juneteenth, so we're not here.
Jeez, what day of the week is that now?
Thursday.
So I'm not gonna have a Trenton docket from June 9th all the way until the middle of July. I'm gonna have to find one.
Okay, I didn't know you were going to be off, so I didn't.
Yeah, I talked to my wife last night. She gave me orders to take off.
She gave you permission?
She gave me orders to take off. There's no permission.
So I'll pick another date and then I'll get with the attorney if that's okay.
Yeah, Mr. Counsel, we're gonna send you notice. I'm just gonna ask you to make sure that, when is your honeymoon? July, or June what to what?
It's gonna be the 4th until I think the 18th. So I come back the 18th. Long trip.
Nice, 2 weeks. So I'm just gonna make a not available between June 4th and 18th. Where are you going?
So it's gonna sound like a lot, but it's an island in Spain called Majorca for a week, and then an island in Greece called Crete for a week.
Nice. I love how these kids take honeymoons. We went to California in 1983. That was a big deal back then.
Oh, a lot more cost effective too.
Have a good time. Congratulations to you.
I appreciate it.
We'll set it some date other than those, okay? And again, you can have your client in your office, both of you, or you can both come in here, all right? Mr. Bazzy, don't play with me again.
He'll be here. Sorry, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day. So I wrote those dates. It's not available, Lisa, and
Judge, will it be all week or can I move it to that Monday?
it's gonna be, the 4th is Friday, so I'm gonna take the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and whatever. Is that June 30th on Monday?
Yeah, June 30th. Okay. I'll just go the week before.
Okay, thanks. Andrew Steven Syak, 25T645-497 A and B. How you doing there, Mr. Syak?
Good, Your Honor.
Your name?
Andrew Steven Syak.
All right. Did you get here on time?
No, I was a little bit late.
Okay, you got to show up on time.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're charged with no valid operator's license on person. If you want a lawyer, I'll give you one. Otherwise, I'll arraign you. And I'll let you go over and talk to the prosecutor, see if you can work something out.
Okay.
What do you want? You want a lawyer, or you want me to arraign you and send you to the prosecutor?
I gotta take it.
Phone's got to get out of the courtroom, sir.
You gotta take it out.
Out of the building. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm okay doing arraignment, seeing the prosecutor, Your Honor.
So they think on April 28 or 25 on Fortner Dunlop in Trenton that you were operating a motor vehicle and you didn't have a valid license on your person. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs of all of those. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You do have the right to a lawyer. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
No, I don't wish to waive it fully.
Now you want a lawyer? It's up to you, whatever you want. If you want one, I'll give you one.
I'm okay with arraignment, seeing the prosecutor.
So you waive your right to it?
Yeah, I'll.
I'll enter an not guilty plea, $100 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. We'll take this over to the Trenton prosecutor, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, either way, you're coming back in front of me. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What do you have, sir, in the second row?
My name is Combi.
Okay, Jonathan Combi. Jonathan Michael Combi, 24B147046. All right, your name, sir?
Jonathan Michael Combi.
You're charged, you are on probation. I placed you on probation back on April 23, and May 1st, they think you missed a chemical test. That is punishable by up to 5 days jail since there have been no technical violations. And you could be required to, you could have your probation revoked. You could be incarcerated for up to 5 days. So those are the maximums. I'm just telling you what the maximums are. Do you understand that?
That's right.
And did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yes.
You read this advice of rights, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand it?
Yes.
You understand if you plead guilty at any time that you'll be giving up all those rights and we're not going to have a hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want a lawyer, I'm going to give you one. Do you want a lawyer at public expense?
I don't know.
You don't want a lawyer?
I don't know if I even.
It's up to you, whatever you want to do.
Your Honor,
I can't answer anything. I can't answer any questions right now. I just need to know if you want a lawyer.
no.
All right, to the charge that you failed to enroll in weekly testing as ordered on May 1 of 25. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to enroll in testing on that date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Please accept it. Why did you do that?
I made a mistake.
Call
She
Emily.
told me to go in on that first day and then start calling in on the day after that. So I started calling in on a day after that.
All right. All
And
right.
I made
Okay.
a mistake. It
All right.
was an
Okay.
honest mistake.
Okay.
And since then, though, Your Honor, I've completed this arms program
Good.
and I have also, I have enrolled in the intensive outpatient,
Okay.
treatment.
And you're still going to AA?
Yes, sir. And I have completed all the requirements that they wanted me to complete.
So tell me, let's go talk about why didn't you go on May the 1st? I'm not quite understanding. What do you mean?
They told me to go in on the first day and kind of, I didn't hear that part. All I heard was to start calling in on a day after.
All right.
So I made a mistake and I misunderstood what they were saying.
Tell Emily I don't need her.
You don't need her now?
No. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna assess costs of $50. Keep me on probation, subject to all existing terms, okay?
Yes, sir.
You go down the hall, pay your $50. Just get yourself on track though, will you please?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
No, sir.
And you have the 50 with you, right?
Yeah, I gotta go grab my card.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you. Nathan Wayne Whitehead, 25G306438. Okay, your name?
Nathan Whitehead.
Victim does not wish to proceed. They're dismissing. Case dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
You're all set. Good luck. Villanueva. Sergio Antonio Villanueva, 25G306418. And could I have Venetia Bell seated at the table, my right, your left? Your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael A. Carmen, P7324, on behalf of the defendant.
Where is he?
Be on Zoom.
Mr. Villanueva? Oh, he's in Kentwood. Venetia Bell? Venetia Bell, 25G306298.
Michael A. Carmen, P7324, on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
All right, so the school resource officer stated defendant's making progress. Your name?
Venetia Bell.
Just make sure your child continues to attend school. Will you do that, please?
Yes, sir.
Case dismissed. Motion to the prosecutor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Sergio Antonio Villanueva. Is he out there, Lisa?
I haven't seen that person. Is that ours?
I might have mixed it up the other.
I don't see that name on the docket.
No, I mixed it up. My fault.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. People against Musial. Brandon Lee Musial, 25U567358, Musial. Could I have Schmitz seated at the table, my right, your left? Schmitz. And
They're all on Zoom.
Bramy. This is Brandon Musial, 25U567358. Mr. Musial, your name? Good morning, Sergeant. Your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sergeant Gladfelter, badge number 423.
Mr. Musial, your name?
Brandon Musial. Sorry, my phone was on mute.
All right, Sergeant, any offer here?
Yeah, we could do, he was speeding pretty good. We could do 5 over. We just a 1-point violation.
All right, so you want to plead the 50 and a 45, sir?
I agree. I will plead to that.
That's 1 point to that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, I'll accept the plea. Listen, you got to slow down a little bit here, my good man.
Yeah, I definitely was speeding. I have apps on my phone that went through my insurance and they track my speed. It said I was going a little slower, but I definitely need to slow down.
All right, I'll accept the plea, dismiss the 16 to 20 over. 170 is your total. You can pay that today?
Yes, I'll pay it in full today.
All right, on 33court.com is no charge if you use your credit card with your case number. Good luck. Schmitz.
Thank you.
Shane Schmitz, Shane Jericho Schmitz, 25U567360. Mr. Schmitz, your name?
How are you doing, sir? Shane Schmitz.
Okay, and Sergeant, your name?
Sergeant Gladfelter, badge number 423.
Any offer?
No, we can do impeding on this.
You want to plead to impeding, Mr. Schmitz? That's 0 points. Won't go on your record.
Yes, sir.
That charge responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
I'll accept the plea. The speed's dismissed. $150 is your total, okay?
Yes, sir.
I wish you well. Good luck. You're all set. Just make sure you make your payments today, okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Erlis Ibrahimi, 25U567361.
Good morning. This is Errol Ibrahimi.
How you doing? Sergeant, your name again?
Sergeant Gladfelter, badge number 423.
Okay, an offer here?
Your Honor, I asked, since Mr. Abrini has a New York driver's license, I asked him to do a little bit of research for us, if we can help him out on something that wouldn't hurt him in his home state. Hopefully he did that. If not, we'll just go with the impeding traffic.
What'd you do there, sir? Did you find out anything?
I did not. I just came to the hearing, but I would like to do the impeding traffic, sir.
How many tickets do you have in New York?
I have no tickets. That was the first time I was ever getting pulled over.
Good. So he's offering that. You want to plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
That charge responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Plea is accepted. Speed's dismissed. 150 is your total. You can go right online and pay that now, okay?
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Best of luck. You too. What else do I have down there? All right. Thanks, Sergeant. I think that's it for you, right?
Yes, Your Honor. I always wait around in case there's a surprise.
I got it.
Okay, have a good day.
Enjoy your weekend. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Elijah Jackson. Elijah Christopher Jackson, 25T645354 A and B. Could I have Alexander Parsons seated at the table and Maya Bailey seated at one of these tables? Sir, your name?
Elijah Jackson.
All right, so he's, counsel, your appearance?
Good morning, Judge. Mr. Jackson.
He's going to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The defective equipment will be dismissed, true?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
If you plead to that, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail. Costs are all those, 0 points, won't get reported to the Secretary of State. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign the advice of rights and read and understand the rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you want to plead to this charge of allowing a licensed driver to drive, correct?
Yes, sir.
To that charge, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty,
Were
sir.
you in control of a 2004 Mercury that was being operated on April 4th, 25 at 11:20 p.m. on Van Horn near Lathrop and Trenton?
Yes, sir.
And were you unlicensed?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it to that charge. The drive while suspends, dismissed pursuant to the agreement of the parties as well as the defective equipment. Anything you want to say, counsel?
Nothing.
Sir, anything you'd like to say?
No, sir.
100 fines, 70 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 40 in attorney fees, 335 or 45 days. Can you pay all that now?
Not today.
How much do you have today?
Like $100, sir.
Okay, you pay 100 now. How much can you pay per week? Can you pay 50?
You pay $50 a week? Yes, sir.
Where do you work at?
Meyer, sir.
Okay, pay 100 now. You pay 50 per week. I'll begin that on June the first, let's see. Should be the second, right? That's the first Monday, Lisa? In June?
Yes, that's correct.
Pay 50 a week starting June 2nd, okay?
Thank you,
$100 today. I wish you well. If you ever need more time, you come talk to me. I'll be glad to give you an extension. No problem. Just don't ignore me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Parsons. Alexander Salim Parsons, 25T645-346.
Good morning, Judge. Mr. Parsons.
Yeah, this is what should happen. Your name?
Alexander Parsons.
You just didn't have his license on him?
Yeah, you just did. It's valid.
Yeah, I got it. Case dismissed, motion to the prosecutor. That is what should happen. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Maya Bailey, 25G306372A and B.
Good morning, Judge. May I get the state your name for the record, please?
My baby.
All right, what have we got here?
Just asking for a discovery, Judge.
First of all, does she stand mute and waive formal reading?
Yes, sir.
So we've got an assault and battery, and we've got an aiding and abetting a minor. So I'm entering not guilty pleas on those. I'm signing the discovery order. You're going to have to fill out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer if you want one going forward, okay? Do you work, ma'am?
No,
Okay,
I'm in
so
school right now, though.
where do you go to school at?
For priority health, it's for a CNA class.
Yeah, make sure you're done to fill that out.
I'm gonna give you $1,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. You're not to have any contact with the victim. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with the victim at all. And you can't have anybody else do any of those things for you or on your behalf. No contact with prosecution witnesses. No contact with prosecution witnesses. You're not to possess firearms or dangerous weapons. These are all conditions of your bond. And you have to go over and get fingerprinted and photographed by 1 p.m. today at the Gibraltar Police Department. So again, no contact with the victim or prosecution witnesses. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. And I am going to give you a court date, you're gonna fill out your petition, you're gonna go down the hall, you're gonna get your notice, you're gonna get your bond sheet, and you're going to take your order for prints and photographs over to the Gibraltar Police Department. What do you have, Lisa?
June 9th at 2:30.
So June the 9th at 2:30 is going to be your court date, okay?
Judge, can she do it by Zoom? She has school, correct? Yeah. She has school.
Oh, wait, no, actually, that's 3 weeks. I'm good.
Okay. all right.
June 9th, 2:30. Yeah, I'd like her in person on something like this, okay? We'll see you here then. I wish you well, but don't leave until you fill out that petition. Go down the hall and make sure you go over to Gibraltar and get printed, okay? Joseph Matthew Kimes. Joseph Matthew Kimes. 25G306319. Is he here?
Yeah, they're on Zoom.
Okay. Good morning. Mr. Buhanis, your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Greg Bullahouse, P36431, on behalf of Joseph Kimes.
All right, Mr. Kimes, your name?
Joseph Kimes, Your Honor.
All right, so he's got a 256. Wow. These guys, all right. Anyway, have you had a chance to review the screening and assessment report? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
There are no material additions, corrections, or deletions, Your Honor.
It's just, yeah.
He has been attending AA 3 times a week.
And you've seen that?
Yes, I have it right here.
Okay.
I looked at it before we started.
Good enough. What else?
Your Honor, the other thing is he's in the reserves, and we had talked about this. We were in person last time. I don't know if you recall about he's going to drill in June at the end of May for a couple weeks and so forth. I don't know if you want him to discuss that with probation, or we should bring it up here now.
When's he gonna be gone?
What's your dates? Hold on one second, Your Honor. He has it on his phone.
I got some concerns here about you, Mr. Kimes. To be candid with you.
20th of May to what? May 28th through June 11th, Your Honor. And I did talk to him about this as well, and he does get, whenever he goes to drill, they do test him. How often do they test you when you drill?
Yeah, I've never been to
Your Honor, he has no priors.
I know, but he's got a over 3 times the legal limit. Jeez.
Yeah, well, this is what happened, Your Honor. He made a really bad decision. He was on a party bus, and for whatever reason, instead of just taking an Uber from wherever the party bus ended up, he ended up driving his vehicle. How far was the vehicle from your house? About 10 minutes away. He made a bad decision on that day. But he's been in the service for 8 years, 12 years, and he's going to continue in the reserves, Your Honor. He's been a model member of the community other than this one incident. And Your Honor, I think he doesn't have anything else if you look at a CCH.
No, I know. I didn't say I was sending him to jail, but.
No, I know. I'm just saying he understands the significance of this. I've had many talks with him, and he's gonna be testing. He hasn't had any issues. He's been doing the AA as you ordered, and I think, Your Honor, he himself has jeopardized his future with the reserves and his pension. He has, this particular incident is going to cost him, a lot of money, and I think it's a wake-up call for him. And there is a chance that he may not be able to re-up in the service in September. So he was, he's trying to get back into the reserves, re-engage in September, correct? Or is that October? October, I'm sorry.
All right. Anything?
So he is, is serving the country, and he served it for the last 12 years. And,
I like the way you said that, Mr. Boulahanis.
you
Right. I mean, I admire anybody in the service. I really do. Without a doubt.
yeah, I think this is I think this was a binge drink, he's on a party bus. It's a binge drinking event.
I get it.
And he made a horrible decision.
I know. All right. Anything you'd like to say, Mr. Kimes?
No, Your Honor.
All right, 14 months probation. I was almost ready to order a sober link on this. I probably should. I won't. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You can leave the state between May 28th and June 11th. You can, if you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You're not to go any place that sells or dispenses alcohol or marijuana or illegal drugs. Submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs. I'm going to make it weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, bi-weekly for 2. If you're clean, then monthly. Attend AA 3 times a week until you're in an intensive outpatient treatment program with aftercare. Once you get in intensive outpatient treatment, you no longer have to go to AA or NA. Attend the Victims Impact Panel. Serve 4 days jail credit 1. I'll let you serve 3 days on the court work program in lieu of jail. There's $105 in court work program fees. Pay fines $300, cost $200, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, that's $6 1/4. Screening fee is $60 for $685. You have $280 in probation fees, so your total's $965 plus the court work program fees for $1,070 plus cost of recovery of $225. Everything included is $1,295. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. And I want you to understand also, if you're clean and do everything, you may be eligible for early discharge. You can get off probation in 7 months. Do you understand that, sir?
Yeah, the only issue is I'm going to ask you is, so he should reach out to the probation officer if he gets orders for further deployment after the one that we've just.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they're reasonable about it, but they're going to probably, if it's for he'll tell probation, they'll give him direction depending on.
Okay. And did you want him to report to probation today, Your Honor?
I would, but why don't you, is everybody?
Or do you want him to come in maybe another day?
Emily's the only one there.
Call over to Pam, Tabitha, and see if today's a good day for Mr. Kimes to come here, or tomorrow would be better. And, sir, can he pay all of this, Mr. Boulahanis?
Your Honor, can you pay it all?
Your Honor, you take card, correct?
Yeah, yes.
I didn't hear what he said.
Credit card.
Oh, yeah, we take a credit card. Did somebody? So give me 1 second. I'm having them call over and find out when they want them. Currently, there's 2 probation officers out. So I don't know if they're going to want them today or tomorrow. What are they telling me?
Can he have until, a couple days to pay it?
Yeah, I'll give him a couple days. Is that all he needs? May 27th?
Yeah, that's fine, Your Honor.
May 27th, okay.
Just
fine, Your Honor.
Tabitha, just ask them if they're better off coming in today or tomorrow. That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on up here today, okay? And you'll meet with probation today.
You want him to wait till afternoon, Your Honor, or right now?
I mean, I could carry, just not, we don't want him walking in at 3:45. Sometime, as long as he's here by 1:30 or so, that's best.
Okay, thank you so much.
Have a good day. Good luck to you, sir.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks for your service. All right, what do we have? Anything else? Kathleen Annie Wigrecki, 21T707073. Your name?
Good morning, Judge. Mazengate, Parental, Mr. Wigrecki.
All right, so what are we doing on this one?
Judge, it says sentencing. But I've looked at the ROA. You already sentenced Mr. Wigrecki back in 2001.
Yeah, I know.
Probation order in the file.
I know, but I revoked her release, forfeited her bond.
Back in January. But according to Mr. Wigrecki, you sentenced her to drug court at that time.
I tried to help her. She didn't want to help. She didn't want to have any help. Let me just check something.
Sure.
Lisa, I believe I revoked her HIDA status.
Yeah, on January 3rd, and then you wanted her screened again.
Yeah, and then I set a sentencing date for January 24th. I tried to talk to her.
Then she didn't appear.
Correct, January 14th. Failed to appear for chemical tests and subsequent failed to appear for probation appointment. January 13, revoked her release, forfeited the bond pending a hearing. So, yeah, when I revoked the HIDA status, it's time to be sentenced anew. So, first of all, she can explain to me and to us why she decided just not to show up.
Sure.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
No,
Yeah. In January, I was still on drugs.
you're kidding.
And I wasn't taking anything serious.
Oh, jeez, that's too bad.
And I recently, in March, I got off all of my prescription medications.
You what?
In March, I got off all of my prescription medications. One was a narcotic, and I've been trying to eat and stay clean since March. And I just got a job recently when I got out of county, and I want to put this behind you.
I wanted to be president. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not real. You cannot, don't throw those crocodile tears
I'm
at
not
me.
trying to, I'm just scared. I'm
Well, you should be scared. You should be scared. You have been not a very good mother, okay? I tried to help you.
I know you did. Thank you for.
You didn't want any help. If I gave you another chance, you still wouldn't want help. No,
Please give me one more chance.
no, 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 no. I begged you, I remember this woman. I begged you to turn your life around, to try to be a good mother. We would try to help you, get you into sobriety / drug court, and you wanted nothing to do with it. You wanted absolutely nothing to do with that. So please, save it for somebody else. If I sound harsh, I'm not apologizing. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. We have children we bring into this world. And the main reason the world's messed up like it is because a good percentage of people are just simply lousy parents or don't care or a combination thereof. We don't leave our children with our mother. That's not who they want raising them, and they're a lot more smart than we give them credit for. I don't care if they're 19, 9, or 9 weeks.
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me a first page of a register. I mean, I remember having this conversation with you and your mother. And I gotta tell you, sometimes I know I'm spitting into the wind. I know it. I know it. I know I'm spitting, and sometimes it's like a 75-mile-per-hour wind coming back at me. But I don't want any regrets. I want to give everybody an opportunity, and I don't want taking anything that I did to my grave with me or dealing with my conscience as to why I didn't help. And I begged you. How many days credits do you have coming?
Judge, I believe there was already 3 days in the file.
Yeah, I know. Who was your probation officer again? I need Emily on this. Bring Emily in here on this.
Judge, the mother would like to address the court.
I don't know why.
She's the victim in this case.
I know she is. Come on up here. Yeah, but she's, come on up.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, just move back.
She's on the way.
How old are you?
27.
Your name?
Joyce Piano Girl.
What would you like to tell me?
I've been through a lot with this child. And I've tried everything. I even pleaded with you to help me get her help, to get her straightened
We
around.
tried.
And
I only have so many resources here.
I definitely understand that. I want you to do what you feel is best for her to get her straightened around. I am raising her 2 kids.
I know, you were then, you have been, and you're going to for the foreseeable future.
And me and her father are doing the best we can. I don't know nothing about jail. I don't know if it's good, bad.
I don't think any of us want to visit there.
No, I don't.
I mean, I remember going in there when I was a lawyer, and I couldn't stand going in those little cubicles with those guys. Their breasts stunk, they stunk.
And I will not take my grandchildren there to see her if that's the case.
Your name?
Emily Casino.
You got anything to say on her?
I haven't seen her since she showed up for her bond conditions and she didn't do one thing.
I know. Lisa, do you have, how many days credit does she have coming? Can you tell me? Well, I don't want to listen to anything you have to say, Mr. Gay.
I'm sorry, I just, as far as credit, I know she told me that she was incarcerated for, she just got out, I believe, on Tuesday. She was incarcerated for 5 days.
Yeah, in my case, I arraigned her on May 16th. When did you get out?
Thursday, Your Honor.
This is today's the,
Today's the 22nd.
so she got out the 20th. So she's got 5 days credit coming from that. And she's got 8 days credit total coming, I think. I don't see anything else. They're gonna cancel the bond conditions out, Lisa. I begged you. I remember this one. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. What has she got, 8?
That's all, I do remember she was in custody when she got referred for sobriety court, but I don't see anything in the file to tell me how long she was, if I'm honest. So I don't wanna guess.
How much does she owe, Lisa? Can you tell me?
600.
She can have that paid today, Judge.
Sometimes people force us to do things we don't want to do. You need to straighten out your life. 200 fines, 300 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 6 1/4 in 60 days. You'll pay 30 more, or you'll serve 30 more if you don't pay your fines. Credit 8, so she's going to serve 52 days. If she pays her 6 1/4 today, you have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I wish you would have listened to me. Good luck. Have a seat.
No, you're gonna have to see what you're doing.
SEAC, Andrew Stephen SEAC, 25T645-497A, 25T642-904. I'm sorry, folks. Your name?
Andrew Stephen Syack.
Michael A. Carmen, P73 years before, the defendant, Your Honor.
So he's going to plead on this first one. First of all, he's got a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. Does he stand me waive formal reading?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then he's got another charge here. Well, let's take this one first. As I understand it, he's going to plead guilty to attempted possession of drug paraphernalia. The original charge will be dismissed. That's punishable by up to $250 in fines, 45 days jail. Costs were all those. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form today?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. I don't see where you signed one, did you? Yes, I do. Okay. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, do you have any questions on your rights?
No, Your Honor.
To the charge of attempted possession of drug paraphernalia, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Were you on April 27 to 25 at 10:04 PM on Jefferson to Vreeland and Trenton in a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you have a crack pipe in the vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was it yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you know it was there?
No, Your Honor.
Where was it? You didn't know it was there? Yours? Come on. Did you know it was yours or not? If you didn't, you didn't.
I didn't know it was there. I knew
You were using it all over the place, and you put it in the truck once and you didn't remember you put it there. Is that fair?
Yes, Your Honor.
And also you had bud cans and everything else, beer all over the interior of the vehicle?
A few empties, Your Honor. Nothing more than that.
All right. They just made it sound like. Above was found in possession of used crack pipe and open Bud Light cans in the vehicle. Beer was spilled throughout the truck. I don't know what that means. I mean, sounds like somebody had a free-for-all. But at any rate, are you on probation or parole?
Yes, Your Honor.
For what?
Here.
To me?
That through the Hessen.
Judge Hessen?
Just closed out a case the 13th.
Well, but were you on probation on?
No,
hang
during
on,
the
shh, on April 27th? Were you?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Please accepted to that charge. I'm gonna have to address bond on him. What kind of record has he got?
Your Honor, he's currently on probation for a narcotics use, it was put down from felony. I believe before that, it's some from 2017, a marijuana charge that was dismissed.
Didn't you just plead in the Wayne County Circuit Court to something, some kind of on May 13th, right?
No, that was here at 33rd, Your Honor.
And that was in front of Judge Hudson?
Yes, Your Honor. I think,
well, you got all
the
kinds
other
of.
judge was filling in.
All right. Are you doing anything, is he doing anything as a condition of bond on her case? Can you tell me?
What are you doing as far as bond? Are you doing NA, are you doing?
I have, right here. I got 80 hours of community service.
Are you testing?
Drug treatment, drug testing.
How often?
Drug treatment evaluation.
You going to AA 3 times a week?
I don't think I have a set amount on it.
All right, good enough. Here's what I'm doing. $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate a law. I'm going to order a screening and assessment on this. You're to test weekly. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, AANA 3 times a week, or any combination of treatment and or AANA. Mr. Carmel, would you go over there and tell them that I'm saying on this case, if they just did a screening for her, I just need them to give me a copy of that and remind me that I didn't order one. In other words, if they just did it, I mean, it's silly to have them do one 10 days later. So if they just did one, they can just attach the screening and make a note per judge, attach Judge Hudson's screening. I'll give you a sentence date on this, but no alcohol, no illegal drugs, AANA or any combination thereof, at least 3 times a week, AANA or treatment or any combination thereof. So if she's ordering treatment, you're going to treatment, that will satisfy. If you go once a week, that will satisfy one of these, okay?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna give you a new sentencing date here, but also on this other file, 25D645, 497A and B, that's out of Trenton as well. There's your appearances again.
Michael A. Carmen, 37324 on behalf of the family.
So this is gonna be, in your name, sir?
Andrew Stevens, Hayek.
So he's gonna plead to defective equipment on this and no ops will be dismissed, true?
Yes, sir.
To the charge, defective equipment, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accepted, no ops dismissed, 120 on the defective equipment. Can you pay that today?
Yes, Your Honor.
You pay that today. And then you're going to go down the hall. You're going to go down the hall. And we'll go from there, okay? You're gonna get your screening or at least get your sentence date. We're gonna give you another AA form. And you're gonna go down the hall and get your sentence date, which will be on what, please, Lisa?
June 9th at 1 o'clock.
June 9th at 1 o'clock. So I just need somebody to tell probation, John, that if they just did a screening for Judge Heston, and it sounds like they did, I don't need them to do one here. They'll just attach that report that on her case and the police report on this case when they give it to me for sentencing. June 9th will be your court date. You can go down the hall and get your notice. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Siak, how old are you?
39.
Kids?
Yeah, one girl.
You married?
No.
What are you doing this for? You're still on cocaine at 39? Come on, get over it. Let's be done with it, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
You'll feel a lot better about yourself. I'm not sure he shouldn't get into sobriety court, drug court, to tell you the truth. How many of these drug cases have you had?
In the last decade, this is it. I'm just a recreational user. I've had problems with other substances.
Like what?
Opiates.
Yeah, that's worse than cocaine. What kind of opiates? Fentanyl, heroin, all the good Norcos, all the good.
Anything but fentanyl.
Are you still using those?
Oh, no, I've been clean since 2018.
Well, you're not clean if you're just driving around with cocaine.
Clean on opiates.
We got to get you off the cocaine, too. I mean, come on. You want to get off of that, right?
Yes,
I mean, you need to think about drug court. Maybe I can help you. I think we can help you. You were just in front of Judge Heston on another one. I mean.
These all stem from the same, the original, charge.
I don't know what you mean by that. They didn't start a separate action on the drug paraphernalia, did they?
No, but my truck got impounded, and then after getting it out of impound, I was pulled over shortly after that, and the paraphernalia was still in the truck from the previous charge.
Where do you work?
I'm an electrician. Currently, I just do side work.
You should try to make some money. Get a job. Good.
Oh, yeah, I'm working on it.
Steady. Give me those files, John. Good luck to you. I wish you well. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Stay out of trouble. You go over there, and I want them to set you up with weekly testing, or at least it's gonna have to be with Judge, in conjunction with Judge Heston's.
Okay, yeah, they have me tested just right down the street.
Go talk to them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to put that on the record, the county never sued him, man.